Welcome to Osseo High School as two District 279 rivals meet up for the second time in less than a week. It's Park Center and Osseo boys basketball here on CCX Sports. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Ryan Iverson and Allie Mosley joining us tonight as well. And Ryan, over at Park Center just last Friday, Osseo came in, played a great game, handed Park Center their only loss so far of the season. They'll be looking to duplicate that. Park Center, they want to build on the rally they made in the second half as they really closed it down and almost came back for the win, and they want to build on that.
Yeah, and I think sometimes too, you obviously never want to lose, but getting a loss early like that, it's great for your grabbing the attention of your team, right? You can't afford to spot people 15, 17 points. You got to come out, you got to start fast. So I think there's a valuable lesson there for Park Center. And I don't know about you, but when we were in high school, every once in a while you play a team back to back or within a week of each other, and it was always kind of tough because you both know each other well. They already know each other, but you know each other's sets. So this second one's always a tougher matchup, I think. So interesting to see what adjustments will be made.
Osseo came back and played Totino Grace. They ended up getting blown out on the scoreboard, but Coach Tyson from Osseo said in actuality, we led for a lot of that game, played very well until the last few minutes when Totino just put it on them and passed them by. Meanwhile, Park Center came back and got a win over Maple Grove, and so they got themselves back on the winning track. And both teams, like you said, you don't necessarily say, okay, 6 days later it's going to look the same because things can obviously change. Let's look at key players for tonight's game, starting with Park Center. And one of their two top scorers this year, Jalen Cook, really lit it up against Osseo and helped to fuel that comeback, averaging 22 a game, a guy who didn't really play a whole lot last year. His older brother, Jarius, was a great player for the Pirates and is now at North Dakota State, but his game is really rounding into form.
Well, it is, and I'll tell you, that's a testament to Park Center, how deep they were last year, how many seniors they had on that team. When you got a talent like Jalen Cook, 22.5 points, he's used to playing and competing against his older brother. He can score the ball, fun to watch him play.
And for Osseo, Josh Ola Joseph was nothing short of phenomenal last week. He's averaging 21, he had 30 in that game. Made all 5 of his threes. He's been known as an inside player. Now he can hit it outside too.
Well, you expand your game like that. If he's knocking down the outside shots as well, he's really, really tough to guard. So can he maintain that hot shooting? Osseo certainly going to need it again tonight.
We'll take a quick timeout, come back with our ball game here on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back here to Osseo. Let's go over now to Allie Mosley.
Hey guys, last year Osseo graduated all of their starting seniors, so we knew coming into this season we were going to see a whole new starting lineup and the inevitable emergence of a new leader for Osseo. Or excuse me, for the Park Center Pirates, excuse me. But who better to be that leader man out there than the 6th man off the bench last year in 6'4" junior Braden Carrington. Now, he was a great role player for the team last year, but now is his time to take on that leadership role and let his skills shine. Coach Ware says Carrington is such a versatile player, both offensively and defensively. So much so, he's received 4 Division I offers, including the Gophers, over the last few months. But before getting ahead of ourselves, it takes time to adjust to new roles of responsibility as a leader. Coach says that expectations are high, but that so far, so good for Carrington.
Junior number 4, Josh Ola Joseph.
Thanks, Allie, and let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams, James Ware and the Pirates from Park Center. The lineup that looks like this: Dawson Rudolph, the big guy James Parker in the middle, Cook, Carrington, And Ayuba birthday for the Pirates. As Ali said, a whole new starting lineup from a team that was in a Section final last year. They didn't actually get to play the Section 5 title game because COVID hit right at that time. And for Osseo, the lineup here tonight, we've got Donald Ferguson, Tyrese Waits, Blessed Barhega is the big guy in the middle for them, Owen Dukowitz, and then Josh Ola Joseph. They will be without Bernardo Moria tonight, who was their returning all-conference guard from a year ago. So I think, when you talk about having some fire in your gut coming out, I think all Coach Ware had to say was, remember last Friday, right?
No, absolutely. And, for Osseo, too, not having some of that scoring in the lineup, that's a big deal. Tonight's going to come down to who can score, who can handle pressure, and who can execute, who can score. And then for sure that Ola Joseph, they're going to have a defensive game plan for him and not make it easy for him. How can he adjust? How can Osseo get him freed up, get him some good looks?
And tonight's game actually does not count on the conference standings. The coaches were telling me tonight in this COVID-shortened season that they have the first time you play everybody is the one that's going to count. Just because they're not, there's some uncertainty. Okay, are we going to be able to finish the season? And do we end up with teams with, an unequal number of games and whatnot? So they're going to, the one last Friday is the one that actually will be officially counting in the conference standings. And
that's kind of interesting. You end up winning the second game, you win it handily, but it didn't matter if you lost the first one. But
yeah, at least as far as the conference part of it anyway. Down low to Parker and then back out. And that one is too strong. Waits grabbing the rebound. His birthday missed it. Ferguson from the corner will let it fly, and he hits. Ferguson was the good second option for Osseo last week against the Pirates.
Well, just a tremendous shooter, but I love the vision by Waits that time. Pushing the ball, but you notice his head always up, looking for people.
Coach Ware said we want to get it inside to Parker early. Whoops, that time he turned it over. Not necessarily for him to always shoot it, but just to put a little pressure on the D.
And you get defense collapse. That's the way you can get shooters a good shot.
Waits puts on the brakes. Nice pivot and scores. That was beautiful.
Great tempo, right? You see so many guards, it's 100 miles an hour. He goes from fast, great jump stop, patient, and great footwork.
And I'm going to give the officials credit, too. Some people are so quick to jump on a call to travel when it wasn't. Here's Cook attacking. Went at Ola Joseph, but missed, and Barhea got the rebound. Waits looking down court. Dukowitz, the catch and layup.
Great run, too, by Dukowitz there. Beating everyone down the floor. Park Center usually great at their defensive transition. Got to have that floor balance to take away easy layups.
So for the Pirates, a slow start, kind of like last Friday on their home court. Parker looking to attack, goes right at the basket and scores it.
He's got great footwork for his size. And I'll tell you, if you can go right and left, which he can do both, you're hard to guard. He uses his body so well to get angles and to get position, to get that little jump hook off.
Yeah, you can't get at the ball very easily with him just because he is so big. And we got a foul away from the ball here. I think it's Dukowitz called for the illegal screen for Osseo.
Yeah, watch this throw ahead. Again, great vision by Waits. And Bethea almost got a hand on it, but a nice job by Dukowitz beating everyone down the floor. And then watch him use that body there. You don't have to elevate to get a shot. If you can use your body, and he's got that thick, strong body, able to create separation.
Parker, a tough catch in traffic, couple of up fakes and scores it.
And again, great tempo, great patience too, and good hands. You see him come up with that pass. That wasn't a great pass, but he did a great job of maintaining possession.
Birthday out pressuring Waits. He goes to Ferguson from the corner, this time too strong. Birthday the rebound, but Ola Joseph got a piece. Now Carrington throwing over the top. Dawson Rudolph is fouled. Looks like Dukowitz will get his second in short order there.
Yeah, he did a nice job. He had it on the left side. He kind of shot faked, used the rim as protection, and almost got a block, but able to draw the foul, get to the free throw line.
Yeah, Dawson Rudolph, another of those guys who played a little bit last year on the varsity level, but is obviously a much bigger role this year. He got in some foul trouble last Friday against Osseo, and didn't get to play as much as he normally would, and I think that really kind of hurt them. Lewis Carger coming in for Osseo there. Rudolph misses them both.
Looked like he hurried a little bit, didn't it? Kind of a couple quick dribbles. He's normally a very good free throw shooter.
Waits trying to dribble handoff. PC getting up and bothering it, but Ferguson got it. Harger cut off. Now Ola Joseph. You can tell that, you know, we asked what will change against him defensively, and Coach Ware said, well, if anything, just make sure we're up on him when he's shooting the three. We got to make it more difficult for him. There's Ola Joseph attacking from the edge of the lane. Tough shot there.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was great defense, but just better offense. I mean, you couldn't have defended that better. That's a tough shot. Man right in your face, able to just elevate and uses the glass. That's a tough shot. You'll live with that defensively, forcing those kind of shots.
I was thinking last week that must have been a career game. Oh, nice little cut there by Cook. Seemed to be a lot of contact. He gets it back and scores it.
What I love there is Jalen didn't whine at the ref right away. He just kept playing, able to get his rebound and get that second chance opportunity.
Birthday will be called for this foul. So you get another look. I thought that was probably a foul on that first one, but he, like you said, he stayed with it. I was going to say about Ola Joseph, I thought that must be a career game for him last Friday. And considering the opponent, it maybe was with 30, but Coach Tyson said, nah, he had a game with 41 last year against maybe not quite as good of a team. But
I can tell you, if he gets 30 tonight, he's going to earn it because he's not going to get open looks. There, a nice move, step back, that contested.
Yeah, Cook got up on him, and then a foul against Osseo. I think it's Barhega trying to attack the rebounder there and make that a difficult outlet pass.
You know, you hear college, NBA, high school coaches, when they're playing against a great player, they just say, we want to make it tough on them. They know you can't stop a great athlete or a great scorer, but you can make it tough on them. And you can see right there, force that one a little bit. Good defense, nothing easy.
Leo Torbor, number 13, is in, along with 22, J.J. Ware, the sophomore, and Amir Madian, number 30, for Park Center. As they bring some of their bench. Ware had a leg injury last year and had to miss the whole season, not just an injury, a broken leg.
Well, he's having a good year, averaging in double figures. He's a very capable scorer.
Here's Cook cutting and gets the layup.
What I love about Cook, you see, he can score in a multitude of ways. That's his second basket getting by going back door. You know, there's such an awareness on him, but he's able to use that against the defense and get to the basket. Nice little interchange there, and Waits buries the three from Ferguson. Boy, they were sharp on that one. And that's going to be a foul on Carrington.
Braden Carrington. His first.
Wow. Yeah, and this is the nice drive and kick back and forth to each other. Waits knocks it down. We'll take a look at this. I don't know about that.
Waits is probably saying they've been riding me quite a bit, so I'm okay with you taking that contact.
Well, you know, both of these teams have always had great athletes, and they play pressure defense.
Here's the lob for Ola Joseph, but down he goes as he couldn't quite grab it. Around to Cook. Cook driving. This is going to be a blocking foul, it looks like.
Yep.
And see if it's Waits or McIntyre that'll get it. It's going to be on Waits.
I didn't think there was any way Ola Joseph was even going to be able to catch that. He was way up there. Almost made a spectacular alley-oop. And kind of slow to get up as the floor, but what it did is allowed 5-on-4 the other way.
Yep. Cook off to a good start tonight with 5 early points, and Coach Tyson wondering about was Ola Joseph maybe fouled on that reception there. Second free throw is also good. 12-10 lead here for Osseo on their home court. Waits with Torbor up defending him.
Yeah, there's a lot of contact there.
Carger driving it to the edge of the lane. Back out Ola Joseph, too strong. There's Waits. Again, they're just that one step closer to him tonight maybe than they were at sometimes last week. Waits down the baseline was fouled by
I love how active Waits is tonight. He's been involved in a number of plays, both defensively and offensively. Hit that 3, but also had a couple of nice throw-aheads for some assists, and they're putting pressure on the Pirate defense. He's been very active.
And I think without Amoria in the lineup tonight, too, it's going to put more emphasis on Waits having to handle a lot and maybe score a little more, too. Oops, just as you praise him, an air ball. Here comes Carrington down the lane. Layup is good as he was able to shield off Ola Joseph.
Just great body control there. Ola Joseph at 6'6" and long. Used his body, really nice finish, very wide. That was a beautiful take.
Yeah, and those guys were matched up against each other for part of the game last Friday night, so they were went at each other a little bit.
Yeah, kind of built similarly, both long, athletic. And that's where you got to stop the ball early. You don't want to let a player of that ability get to the ball, get to the lane that easily.
Cross court, Ferguson a shot fake, and now Carger down on the baseline. Waits cutting and went off his foot, and then McIntyre fell down, but he got it out to Ferguson. His floater no good. Carger the rebound no good. And we'll get a tie up here. It will stay with Osseo.
Great effort by Osseo with multiple offensive rebounds, just keeping that battle alive. And here's that nice drive by Carrington. Watch him shield the bodies. Watch that finish all the way to the far right like that. Just a beautiful finish.
And he did just enough to not draw an offensive foul. He didn't use that off arm, a lot.
It's the difference between using your shoulder and your body, and then if you see that arm extend, that's always an easy call for the referees.
Yeah, and you want him to end up kind of on your hip to hip there, and that's what he did. Ola Joseph looking to attack, off the window and good. He's got a bigger but possibly slightly slower opponent on him just for that possession anyway, and got around Madian enough to score it, and that one's out of bounds as Ware unable to save it.
I just love, watch Ola Joseph here, play with it, kind of reads it, beautiful left to right to left cross, and he's got that length to be able to finish like that. And what I love too is didn't take it all the way to the rim, pulled up a little bit short and found the opening there. Just a beautiful move.
Boy, Torber almost had a steal, but his foot on the end line when he came up with it. Osseo's been a little bit careless at a couple of times here. They're going to need to give Waite some help and not force him to have to bring it up against intense pressure all night. There's Jimmy Ware, number 5, into the lineup for Park Center. Ola Joseph out high, driving it at Maddie, and had it blocked though. Ware got a piece of it, JJ Ware.
Again, you're seeing a second and a third body being thrown at him when he's driving to the basket.
Ferguson lobbing it up, and Ola Joseph with the hammer. Timeout Park Center, as the Orioles had been a little sluggish on offensive late, but that time getting out and running in transition. I could kind of see that one developing, and Ferguson laying it up.
Yeah, and again, just great job getting out in the open. You got numbers. Great patience by Ferguson, too, kind of drawing the defender to him and waiting at the last possible second. You see a lot of guards will throw that too early, and that time he did a great job of making sure Ola Joseph was running with him and ready for it, drew the defender, beautiful pass.
So a 16-12 lead here for Osseo in the early going of this one as the rivals hook up again. We've seen, because of the shortened schedule with COVID, we've seen some kind of oddities like this, where the schedules have been condensed, and so you might play a team. And Osseo was saying that they play Champlain Park on a Thursday and then a Saturday at the end of the year, like 2 times in 3 days. And we've also seen a few of the teams where they have kind of like a glut of home games or a glut of away games at the beginning, because the agreement in the Northwest Suburban anyway was we're not going to try to redraw the whole dang schedule. Let's kind of pick it up from where it was originally set for, and then fit in the others, as possible. And I think that was probably smart, especially when you really didn't know when the season was going to begin.
I think everyone could have a gripe about a schedule or an opponent. Let's just be grateful we're able to play, and it might not be ideal. You might have to play more on the road or play the same team back to back. It's not perfect, but we're grateful to be covering games. We're grateful for the kids to be playing. You make the best of it. Everyone's going to get you know, has an issue with something on the schedule.
Rudolph down the middle, offensive foul. McIntyre stood in strong, and Rudolph will pick up his first.
Great job by McIntyre, and I thought Rudolph actually had the jumper when he came off of that, right there. And, you know, if you're going to do that kind of sidestep, you got to avoid the contact. McIntyre, great job just holding his ground.
McIntyre, one of those football linemen who provides some toughness out there, you know, set some screens, play D, rebound. Yep. He's probably not going to light it up and all that kind of thing, but, you know, you don't see quite as many guys like that anymore. Football players that, you know, also come and do their job on the basketball court. Parker being the same for Park Center.
No, but you love to have him on your team.
And that one spins in and out for Thomas as Torbor tried to take the charge. Jimmy Ware drives, and a blocking foul. That is going to be on Thomas of Osseo.
Yeah, and I thought what made that was Ware did a great job of kind of sidestepping that in the air. He flew just a little bit to the right. If he would have gone straight at the basket, I think that might have been an easy charge call. But he did a great job of kind of contorting his body to avoid the main contact.
Free throw good for Ware. So a 3-point lead now for Osseo. Barhega coming back in, as does Parker. And we were talking before the game, and the game I saw last week, those two were subbed in and out for each other. The two big guys, generally when one coach put the other back in, then the other followed, so that they had a matchup of, you know, kind of similar size, so they're not chasing a guard around out there. And not entirely sure what the deal was there.
The way you could do that, where you didn't have to do that, is if you went zone on defense, and then maybe you force a mismatch with the big guy on the other team. But yeah, when they're both in, you know, there's no question who's guarding who.
KK Totten out there now getting some playing time, number 3, as another ball handler to give Waits a little breather. Ola Joseph had it knocked away, but Torbor is going to be called for the foul. He thought he had a clean steal there. Did not get agreement from the official there. So
I like that action by Osseo. It's a way to get Ola Joseph going to the basket. It's kind of a diagonal screen coming to the ball. Good action.
Got Jimmy Ware coming back in and Cook out. Thomas comes to get it at the top. Barhega down low, and he missed it. Tip to the corner, it'll be Pirates ball, as they got the big guy isolated inside over a guard, but he couldn't finish.
Yeah, great job, great seal. They were setting a double screen for Ferguson, and who's a great shooter, so you get a lot of attention going that way. Great job by the big fella to seal underneath there. Got a good look, just has to finish.
Carrington bringing it up here with Totten defending him. He's got quite a size advantage if they could work it to him a little bit lower. Cook. Here's Rudolph, but he's cut off. Now Parker has Thomas on him. You know he's going to try and attack that. It leads to an open 3 for Rudolph, but no good. And Thomas the rebound for Osseo.
A great driving kick by Parker. He got that baseline. I thought he could have maybe gone up and tried to finish that, but very unselfish play. Found a shooter.
Barhega driving and flips it up and in. Nice hoop there for the big junior. Carrington, here's Rudolph. Will shoot up another one. This time it's good. A 3.
Nice job by Carrington. Driving kick. Such a simple play. If you can beat that first defender, you draw the help, and it's an easy play, and a nice job by Rudolph knocking down the next one. I love the short-term memory.
Exactly. It didn't bother him that he missed the first one. I mean, those things happen. You miss shots occasionally. Even you did it once in a while, Ryan. I remember that. You know, once in a while.
I'd have to look back on some tape, but you might be right.
Totten the miss. Parker the rebound, and here comes Rudolph. Carrington, Parker just able to get to that one. Here's Cook driving it. Cook up and in.
Great body control, slicing right through 2 defenders. That soft touch, too, at the rim. He can score the basketball.
Yeah, you made a great point earlier about there isn't just one way to defend him because he's pretty good at everything.
He can go right, he can go left, he moves without the ball. Timeout. I thought they were calling 5 seconds.
Yeah,
that would have been quick.
Yeah, we get a timeout here by Osseo.
Again, great pass, too, by Parker. And watch him slice right through 2 defenders. And just having that awareness of how to score the basketball. Some of that stuff you can't necessarily teach it. You have that feel. You avoid contact, you different angles, the way the ball comes off the backboard. Some scorers have it. You can see, too, that Ola Joseph also has it on the Osseo side.
Well, our play of the week is back here as the winter season got kicked off, and we invite you to go each week to ccxmedia.org and click on sports and then vote for the play of the week. Most weeks it'll be 4 choices for you here, and that is each Monday that you can look for that. And we'll have our first winner coming up here as we get back into the season.
Ola Joseph alley-oop might have to make it up there.
It's a possibility. We'll keep that in mind. Some ebbs and flows in this one as Osseo again started out very strong. Park Center fighting back into it.
And I think if you're Coach Ware, you like where your team's at right now, right? You didn't spot them a 15-point lead. You started slow, but you picked it up. They've taken good care of the basketball. Their defensive pressure has been good. And they haven't given anything easy to Ola Joseph. Other than that alley-oop in transition, his other 2 buckets he had to work for. So I think their defensive intensity is a little bit better attention to detail this game.
Waits over to Totten, so they've kind of got more of a 3-guard look out there now. Totten throwing the baseline. Oh, they were fortunate to keep that one as Ferguson went with the back cut, but there just wasn't a lot of room to get that one through.
Yeah, you can see, no breakdowns defensively, right? We saw Ferguson had a couple of good looks early in the game, but they're not giving him much space on the perimeter. He's such a good shooter.
Waits spinning, had it blocked by Parker, and then a nice save. Nice. Parker ahead to Cook. Cook, the layup.
What an underrated play by Carrington by saving that ball over to Parker, and then Parker immediately eyes up down the court. Beautiful touchdown strike.
Pirates up 21-18 now. Carger back out to Waits. Ferguson pitching it over to Tyrese Waits here. We approach 6 minutes to go in the first half. Waits again with that nice pivot, and he finishes again.
I think he's so quick that you gotta respect that drive, and so he's got that ability to just stop on a dime and then that great pivot and step through.
And I think there's probably some players that think that, at 6'1", he's not going to shoot the ball from in the lane like that, but he's able to do it. And Barhega getting out for the steal. Back to Totten, left it short and a lot of traffic there. Pirates coming back the other way. Carrington now. Carrington will let it rip from out top, and it's good for 3.
Yeah, when he can get squared up like that with that 6'6" frame, 6'4", 6'5" frame, you can see he's got the talent to knock that down.
Pirates by 4. Carger coming out top to get it. Totten. Oops. Carger was coming to set a screen, and they threw him a pass. And Rudolph saving it to Parker and whips it off Barhega from close range.
Great effort by Rudolph. This is a great play. Carrington with that great save. Parker up ahead, and Cook. See how he kept that ball high, and then again, watch this, square it up. He's a good 5 feet behind the 3-point line, nothing but the bottom of the net.
And that's a man-sized screen there from James Parker too, right, to free that up.
Yeah, you aren't going through that screen, that's for sure.
Oh, Carrington, a double dribble. He was going to throw the ball to a baseline cutter there too, and he realized it wasn't really open, and it kind of threw him off. And that's where, you know, you practice. And I know a lot of players kind of go through the motions on some of that, the jump stop stuff and the two-hand chest pass and all that. But those are the reasons why right there.
And those are the things that drive coaches nuts, because you talk about it, you harp on it. You know, and it doesn't seem like much, but that's why you do it. When it's not there, you want to be able to keep your dribble.
Step back from Ola Joseph, rolls around and drops. I always remember the comment from Kobe Bryant. He said his dad was playing overseas when he was growing up and played some ball in Italy, and he said, thank goodness I didn't grow up playing AAU ball so I don't have all those terrible habits. Here's Waits throwing it ahead. Ola Joseph trying to tip it in, but wouldn't quite drop for him.
That would have been a heck of a finish.
Here's Carrington, a pull-up. That one's too long. Berthay, the rebound. Parker cutting, receives it, and too strong. Rudolph, though, with the follow-up.
I love what Park Center's doing. A number of times they're being pressured. They go in back door, and even though Parker missed that, the defense had to collapse on him, and that allowed Rudolph to be there for the offensive rebound.
And Rudolph jumping out in the passing lane. Got a piece of that one. I know a lot of teams like it, but I've never been a fan of dribble handoffs, just for that reason we saw right there. It's so easy for the other defender to disrupt that and get into there and even get a clean steal.
Well, and it depends where you do it. If you're in a corner like that, there's just not room. If you're up top, you know, then it's a little bit different, but I agree with you.
Ola Joseph getting a screen, fakes, and then fires. Tough shot. You're not really in rhythm on that one. Parker coming to Rudolph. Parker looking to attack. Nice dish to Carrington. He'll drive it and lay it in. Boy, it looked like he might have had a three at the beginning. He said, I can get all the way to the hoop.
I love that, right? He just missed the three. He knew he could get the baseline. Great shot fake. And then using that quickness and that length to finish. That was a beautiful move.
Dukowitz back out to Ferguson. Park Center by 8. A heat check there. No good. Tipped by Barrega over to Dukowitz. And now Ola Joseph has it back. Short with that half hook, and Berthay the rebound for Park Center.
And again, contested, right? Nothing easy for him.
Didn't get the steal there. Parker over to Berthay, lost it. Cook the follow-up, no good. And then rebounded by Ola Joseph. Here comes Waits. Little Euro step there. He was fouled. I think Carrington might have been clean with the block, but the other player got him on the arm.
That's just a great shot fake here. Watch a shot fake and then didn't settle for it. And a great job by Parker sealing that baseline off. And when you're long like that, you can get there in one dribble and finish at the rim. Not too many people in high school going to be able to contest that.
Foul was against Parker, not Carrington. And Waits missing. That's actually the first free throw for Osseo here tonight.
Yeah, all the fouls have been more hand checking in the backcourt, but yeah, nothing. Park Center doing a good job contesting shots without fouling.
One more coming here for Waits. Second one is good. So the Orioles back to within 4. They've led for much of the first half, but Park Center putting together a nice little run here to go up by 5, and now back to 4 after that free throw. We'll be hearing from the coaches with Allie at halftime here in this one. Rudolph giving it back up. Madian with it. Carrington coming out to get it with Waits out on him. Rudolph. J.J. Ware now taking the shot, no good. Tip free, but it comes over to Madian. Went back for Ware, but knocked loose by Dukowitz, and here's Waits. Waits at Carrington, and he scores it.
Not an easy finish over that length either. Kind of a tough angle, but got the right spin on the ball, good trajectory, able to knock it down.
Yeah, Waits has really played well here tonight. 10 points already, but not just the points either. Carrington driving, got it over Ola Joseph, but didn't get it to go. Now a 3-on-1. Dukowitz had a tip by Ware, back to Dukowitz.
What a play by Waits just to get to that ball and then immediately fire back to Dukowitz. That's where Dukowitz, you want to bounce past that one on the break, but great recovery and able to get the bucket. And how about Osseo fighting back here in the last minute and a half or so to tie this game?
Rudolph, the lane opens and the layup's good.
I love how you see how he dribbled low there, Jay, between the traffic, so he wouldn't lose that. That was just a great move and a nice finish.
Pirates back up by 2 on that Rudolph hoop. 35 to go here in a good first half. Waits is held there by Jimmy Ware, and it will be bonus time.
Yeah, it's always that tricky line of you want to be physical, you want to have ball pressure, but you got to be able to do it without fouling, especially when you're 15, 20 feet away from the basket.
Yeah, we said a moment ago when Waits got there, those were the first 2 free throws they took, and now they get to the bonus, and no good on the 1-and-1, but they'll get another crack at it. Ola Joseph, and he was on the sideline. He's pleading his case that he was kind of nudged out a little bit there, but the referee said no.
Yeah, kind of weird. It was a delayed call it was after he had passed it too. So 21 seconds, 2-point lead for Park Center. I think you want to take time. You want to make sure if anyone's going to score, it's going to be you guys. You don't want to turn it over or take an early shot. Let Osseo get an easy bucket here.
Here's Cook driving it. Tough shot, no good, and knocked away. It will be Osseo ball with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, and if I'm Osseo, if I'm Waits right now, I am attacking the rim, putting pressure on Park Center, knowing you're in the bonus. Maybe you can pick up a foul.
The double comes, Waits dribbles through it. He wanted to go to Ola Joseph in the corner, but they'll run out of time. And we reach halftime here in a good first half. Park Center leading it by a score of 30-28. After they had trailed for much of the half, they surged ahead by 5. Osseo fought back to tie it up, and then the Pirates on that bucket by Rudolph will end up with a 2-point lead into the halftime break here. So good first half of basketball, and I think nice to see not an enormous amount of fouls either. We got to the bonus, but just right at the end of the first half as well, because nobody loves free throw contests, I don't think, anyway. But
pretty consistent refereeing, I thought, and pretty clean play, too, by both teams.
Let's go over to the alley with Coach Tyson.
Coach, you said to be successful offensively, you guys needed to get the ball in the paint and put up points there. What did you see in the first half?
We got to do better with that. Bless did a good job scoring inside. We had a couple easy bunnies, too, where we just didn't finish it. And that's kind of been the story of the game. We're getting opportunities. We just have to finish.
This game is probably going to come down to the wire, Coach. What do you guys need to do defensively to disrupt PC?
Well, we got to contain their penetration. They're taking it strong to the rim, so we have to have good help side. We've taken a couple charges so far, but we got to contain penetration, close out better, and I think if we do that, I like what happens. What will happen in the second half?
What's the best thing you did see out of your team in the first?
You know what? Josh scored inside and out. I think the ball got sticky a little bit in some of the kids' hand, but at times the ball movement was good.
We'll just take a little Purell off the ball. Okay. Thanks, Coach.
We'll see you.
Thanks, Allie, and thanks, Coach Tyson. It is 30-28 Park Center at halftime. We'll be back with more of our halftime coverage and then the second half here on CCX.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Welcome back here to Osseo. Park Center leading Osseo 30-28 at halftime here in boys basketball. As we said, the second meeting in 6 days between these two. Just how the schedule worked out as it was redone in this COVID-shortened year. And here's highlights from last Friday over at Park Center. And Ola Joseph, well, he was on fire in that game. He was lighting it up. Carrington and Cook led a good comeback. Osseo had a lead up to about 16 or 18 points fairly early in the second. It got as close as 3 down the stretch, but the Pirates could not quite catch up as Osseo able to just barely hang on and get a 5-point victory in that one. A good win for them. And then we look at our highlights from the opening half of round 2 here at Osseo this evening. And it started out pretty well for Osseo as Ola Joseph into the lane and kissed that one off the glass.
What a tough bucket. And this one too. I mean, the difference you're seeing is there's bodies around him tonight. He's made a couple great shots, and look at that, just beautiful athleticism there. So he's gotten a couple of nice points. He had a 3-pointer in addition with 9 points, but it's been tough. Nothing easy. Every 3-pointer's been challenged too.
Ferguson, a nice dish as the Waits filled the spot after dropping that one off. Waits, I thought, has really been a nice spark plug for them with 10 points. And obviously a solid defender at the guard spot as well. And Park Center, you had a variety of things happening. Parker had a couple of nice hoops for them. He does add a different dimension for them. And then Carrington stepping out behind the screen at the top, popping a 3 there. And Cook has been as advertised. He's done a lot of nice things for them here tonight.
A great throw ahead there, just a great play, great finish. Cook can do it all, and he can do it in a variety of ways. And you know, you take a look at the scoring, pretty balanced. I think for Osseo, they're going to need Waits, and they're going to need Ola Joseph, and I think they got to get Ferguson some good, clean looks. They got to get him going from 3.
Yeah, Ferguson just had 1 basket in that first half, and you see Cook, Carrington, and Rudolph, who have been their scoring leaders this year, doing it here tonight as well. Well, the first time around, it was a much different second half than what we saw in the first. We'll see how it develops here in round 2 at Osseo tonight. Thanks so much for joining us for Northwest Suburban Boys Basketball. Park Center leading Osseo 30-28.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.
Welcome back here to Osseo. Let's go to Allie with Coach Ware.
Coach is yelling at his team because he never stops coaching. Coach, we're on air here. We knew it was going to be a little bit of a battle of the bigs down low. What did you see in that first half? Did you see what you liked in getting James Parker established?
Yeah, I mean, James is doing a nice job. He's patient in the post, and when he gets it down there, he's doing a nice job of making good decisions. So we want to continue that in the second half.
I know you guys want to continue to contain their shooters. You did that a lot in the first. How do you continue in the second?
Well, we got to keep running them off the 3-point line and rotating and making sure that we're not giving up any open threes, but also covering up baskets when they do turn the corner and drive.
All right, thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach Ware, as we get set for half number 2 here.
Yeah, no one in real big foul trouble. A couple people with 2, but as far as limiting starters' minutes or anything, nothing like that. Like I said, I see if Osseo comes out. They tried to get Ferguson going to start the game. He got those 2 good looks, hit 1. See if they can get him an open 3, get him in rhythm a little bit, so he can be that 3rd scorer here tonight that I think Osseo is going to need.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that Park Center overall has a little more firepower, guys who are, capable of getting you 15 or 20 a night than Osseo does. But here's Rudolph backing it out. Around to Cook. Rudolph will be called for the carry.
You know, interesting too, when I'm watching Park Center play, their best possessions I thought were when they played through Parker. You know, he had a couple of nice baskets, but he also had some great passes. He's a willing passer. And I think he, like you mentioned, he kind of just opens the rest of the guys up. He draws defenses in, and see if Park Center stays with playing through him on offense.
Waits going to Ola Joseph, flashing free, and boy, they got real physical against him. Birthday wasn't going to give up an easy one, but he is called for the foul.
Yeah, and I think I'm okay with that, right? You don't give up an easy layup. A great scorer gets an easy bucket. Sometimes that can propel them. Instead, you can see multiple bodies coming over, making sure he doesn't get a three-point play. Put him at the line, make him earn it.
Free throw is good, and I'm sure Park Center, you know, you don't love giving up a 30-point game to an opponent, especially a big rival like that. I'm sure they, you know, did some talking about the things that they need to do, and really what Coach said, it's simple but also very true that we just need to make sure that we're always within arm's length, that he's not just rising up and getting anything he wants. So even up at 30 after the 2 free throws there for Josh Ola Joseph. Carrington looking to Birthday in the corner, and he'll shoot that one. No good. Rudolph there for the rebound. He's not the biggest guy, but he is their leading rebounder, according to Coach Ware. And Parker. Yeah. Oh, I thought there was a whistle.
No,
incorrect.
Yeah, you can see Ola Joseph tried to draw a charge there, but a little bit of a flop. But again, Parker, just a great pass. And how about Rudolph? I mean, to your point, he's only 6'2", but he knew where the ball was going to go, got great position, kept the possession alive, and then was able to finish off the pass from Parker.
I might be hearing shoes squeaking there, but honestly, I thought I heard a whistle on that. I thought they were calling a charge on Parker. Ooh, Ola Joseph driving it short. Cook the rebound.
Good contest by Parker. Again, nothing easy.
Rudolph into the lane. Now back out to Carrington. He's got Barhega switched out on him. Rudolph thought about it.
Yeah, he had Cook earlier for an open 3 there. Just a little bit late on that.
Carrington's going to step up and let it rip from long range. Birthday the rebound, no good. Ola Joseph grabs it. And he turned into Parker, and it will be a tie-up. And Osseo ball.
Yeah, that was different. I thought Ola Joseph could have maybe, you know, cleared himself there, dribbled out of that, kind of held the ball out, and a nice job by Parker just being heads up and getting a jump ball.
Yeah, he kind of exposed the ball more than you'd want to there. Even if you didn't dribble, at least make it harder for them to get to it. It was almost like he thought they were going to drop back. And there's Rudolph getting his hand in the passing lane. Ola Joseph kind of threw that ball without really knowing if Ferguson was open or not. It was kind of like, this is the way the offense runs. I'm just going to turn and throw it, and you got to be careful. Here's Waits receiving the inbound pass here. Ferguson comes out to get it, but Rudolph right there in his face. Ferguson cut off. Pretty solid D here by the Pirates. Waits, though, finds Barhega driving in. No good, but he's fouled.
Again, Waits really the only one creating offense. Great move, and instead of trying to force one up, able to flip it over to the big fella. Good finish, too. Drew the foul. Now you got to make him pay by making the free throws.
Nice. First one is good, so 3 points now for Blessed. There was a second foul on Parker, by the way. Second one, no good. Oh, nearly tipped in by Dukowitz. So Park Center maintains a 1-point lead after the Orioles go 1 for 2 at the line there. Here's Carrington. Inside, Cook sealed him off and got to the hoop.
Yeah, you can't gamble on defense down there unless you know for certain you're going to be able to get that. But a great job by Cook using his body and his length, sealing them off, and an easy finish.
Waits thought about it and goes cross to Ferguson again. Nice drive. No bucket, but it's going to be a foul against Rudolph on the hold. It's actually a really nice teardrop finish there for Ferguson, but they ruled that it was on the dribble that he was held.
Yep. Even though that didn't count, he saw it go in and felt good. So maybe that'll be the rhythm to get him started.
Waits back out for Ferguson. And he'll step up and fire. Just kind of a not really in rhythm offense shot there. Carrington to Cook. Cook knifing down the lane. Ola Joseph met him. Now Dukowitz for the layup.
I'll tell you, Dukowitz earned that. He took off. He ran like a thoroughbred on the left side there, able to just sprint down, get great position. Easy layup.
Pirates by 1 again as back out it comes to Berthay. Looking to drive it around Dukowitz. He got past but missed, and Ola Joseph boards it. And then lost it. Berthay up with it and blocked by Ola Joseph.
What a recovery. Good extra pass.
Waits an open look, in and out. Those are the kind you really want to go down if you're Osseo.
And they usually do. When you make that extra pass like that, you give up a good shot for a great shot. They usually do find the bottom of the net. That one just rimmed out.
Carrington for Rudolph. He will shoot it up and hit a three.
You know, it was weird. I thought he was open. He kind of paused a second and still went up with it. You usually don't make those, but he was able to knock it down. Big three.
Berthay will be called for the block on the drive there. So Rudolph's had a much better offensive game than, again, I said foul trouble last week as a dozen. So you get a look at some shot blocks here. There's Ola Joseph denying Cook. And then after he turned it over, he catches up very close to being goaltending there, but not quite. And then Rudolph, as you said, kind of hesitated a little bit, but still went up confident. They lobbed to Ola Joseph, but off the back of the rim. Carrington driving. Rudolph open for three, and he hits again. Dawson Rudolph coming alive here for Park Center. Their biggest lead now at 7.
Well, I'll tell you what, I love the driving kick. Finding a shooter, just hit one. Let's get him another open look, and he's hit 2 in a row.
Waits, lobbing for Bahega and denied. Carrington up for the block. Torbor drops it off for the trailer. Layup good for Kabin Kaba, who's just come in, and he runs the floor and gets rewarded with the layup.
How about that? 8 quick points, 2 threes, and a nice transition bucket.
Carrington getting up for the block after the drive and dish, and Rudolph feeling good in a rhythm there. Catches and shoots from the wing.
I love that unselfishness. Carrington probably could have scored there. He's coming over on the weak side, getting the big block. Kaba just into the game, running the floor hard, beats everyone down the floor. You see the Pirates are fired up. But you know, you love when good players don't force stuff, right? They don't take bad shots because they feel like they got to score. Like Carrington, I thought he's given up a couple of shots tonight where he probably could have took them, but instead recognizing Rudolph just hit a three, he's wide open. Let's see if we can get him another one. Made the right basketball play. And then again, coming over from the weak side, recognizing that they were fronting him. There was no one over the top, coming over, and with that length, able to block that shot, which sparked that transition bucket.
A lot of these Park Center guys, even though they're new to, you know, playing major minutes on the varsity level, a lot of them have played together a lot coming up too. So it isn't like they're just, you know, learning each other so much.
And I'll tell you what, they played against that senior group from last year every day in practice, and you know, you get better when you're playing a really good group of kids. All 6 seniors are playing this year in college somewhere. And so they got better every day in practice, too.
Thomas from the top of the key, too long with that one. Madden did a nice job shielding Ola Joseph there. Torbor driving at dishes. Here's Kaba, gets another quick hoop. He's come in ready.
Yeah, he got the bucket there, but what a Torbor with the great drive, great vision. Got his teammate a great shot. If you're Osseo right now, you got to get a bucket. You got to find a way to stop this momentum. That's 10 unanswered here for Park Center. And
Dukowitz inside. Barrega lays it in as they again had a little bit of a mismatch size-wise and went over the top of, actually Rudolph was guarding him at that time. Parker is not in there.
Yeah, it was great seal, great hands too to catch that and finish.
Park Center though up by 9 even after that Osseo hoop. Torbor turning the corner, left-hand layup.
And he showed a burst there that we maybe hadn't seen yet tonight offensively. Just turned that corner, got there, kept the ball in front, away from the defender, able to finish. Good move.
Carrington nearly had the steal. Thomas back out. Offensive foul on Thomas. He left his feet to pass it, and a nice job taking the charge there.
What's that two-worded statement you used earlier? A jump stop, right? You got to come to that jump stop in a heads-up play by Rudolph there to take the charge. You can see he's fired up.
Carrington will inbound. Actually, he'll let Rudolph inbound as you look at Thomas there. Pirates all the momentum here. They're up by 11. It's interesting, too, a couple of the guys that hadn't either been playing much or hadn't played in a while, they came in with a lot of energy with Kaba and Torbor. There's Kaba again, getting a putback after a miss by Rudolph.
I think he might average the most points per minute of anyone in the state. That's 6 quick points here in the last minute or two. He's given great offense, great spark.
Here's Waits with the floater. McIntyre had the rebound, but then knocked away. Ahead it comes to Carrington, to the hole, and he dunks. And a timeout taken by Osseo. PC blowing it open. They lead by 15. Carrington, even with that sore wrist, was not going to pass up the chance for a transition dunk here.
Rudolph again, another rebound. Get that head up, good throw ahead. And it's one of the best feelings in the world when you can get up high enough and throw it down like that. And you know, it's only worth 2 points, but what it's worth in excitement and energy for your team, and you can see what it did. You see how fired up Park Center is.
Well, like when Osseo got that layup a couple minutes ago, both teams' coaches, you always kind of stress, you know, floor balance. Somebody has to be back. You cannot have them totally behind you for layups, and we've seen it happen to each team. I mean, obviously, it's easier said than done sometimes, the bounce of the ball, or you get a little bit out of position or whatever, but you know, somebody's responsibility is to be that high guy that stays back and at least not allow that easy of a layup.
Well, a bad habit is when you're a guard and the shot goes up and you end up watching, right? There's a little fight for the ball there, and as a guard you watch that, and instead you got to start looking and getting back, and you just can't give up those easy baskets like that.
McIntyre will inbound here for Osseo. I mean, it's not panic time, obviously, but they have got to get some things going here and get some stops. They are down big now at 15.
That's an 18-3 run here. It was tied at 32 not too long ago.
Ferguson fouled as he tried to make that pass. He got a little push or blocking foul there. I think it's Torbor will pick it up.
Yeah, Nola Joseph is on the bench right now, and this is where you're going to need Donald Ferguson to really get aggressive here. See if they can get him a good look. See if he can get something going offensively. They need him as a scorer in this game.
Guess that last foul was on Rudolph, apparently. Or perhaps it was Torbor. Yeah, it was Torbor. Here's an opportunity, and Torbor hammering it off the back of the rim, though, and out of bounds. Man, he can get up, but just didn't finish it.
Well, I mean, as disappointing as that was, I think Coach Ware got that ball and took a jumper and was short by about 8 feet on that. We're going to have a chat with him after the game, Allie, on his shooting technique.
Ferguson with it out top as they try and get a 1-4 set and get some space. Waits now around the horn. It comes to Ferguson. Ferguson a pull-up. Contested look though. And there's Parker with the board. Carrington running it back.
That time, nice job getting back on defense by Dukowitz. Nothing easy there.
Torbo, who missed that dunk a moment ago, blocking foul on McIntyre.
Yeah, watch this after. I mean, great rebound by Coach, but then, you're getting old. You got to get legs too. He's kind of stiff on that. His kids are going to watch this, and he's going to get it tomorrow at practice. You got to make that. If you're going to take that, Coach, you got to make that. Coach Novak's probably at home watching, very upset about what he just saw his former player do.
Would they dare go with the air ball chant at practice?
Absolutely.
Here comes Rudolph. Nice
great
back cut and Kaba the layup. Kaba continues to pour in the points.
Well, I love that. If people are pressuring you, it's such an easy release, and they've gotten a good 3 or 4 baskets doing that tonight. It's been, oh wow.
Torbo with the block, and then Parker with the block. Boy, it is all Park Center right now.
You can just see they're contesting everything. There's just nothing easy for Osseo.
Barhega almost fell out of bounds with that one as Parker was pressuring him. Now Barhega kicks it back out. Ola Joseph around to Ferguson, and a steal by Kaba. Dawson Rudolph.
How good has Kaba been in the second half?
Ooh, Carrington between a couple. Looked like he got fouled there, but they'll play on. Ferguson back out to Waits. Osseo's really gone cold, and give a lot of credit, though, to Park Center's defense. They are really up in their shorts right now. Waits into the middle. Just rolled it over to Barhega and back out. Ola Joseph, no good, and Carrington grabs it.
Well, those were the shots that were falling in that first game, right? 5 for 5, obviously, but he's been close on them. They haven't been bad misses. They just haven't quite gone down.
Rudolph, a contested 3 there and missed it. Osseo has had trouble with teams going on runs against them this year, and that's been a little bit of a theme, that they've had lapses where they, also haven't scored, but also maybe, little problems defensively.
And you're down right now. You're down 17. There's still 7:46 left, so it's only 2 points a minute, maybe 3 points a minute if you look at it like that. So you're not going to get it all at once, but can you get a good shot, good possession, and then you follow it up with a stop, and you just got to keep repeating that a couple of times.
Ola Joseph faking the pass, the double coming, and he kicks it around to Waits.
There's Ferguson right there. Got a good look. They need this one.
Carger up for the rebound and ripped away by Parker. Here's Cook. Drive and kick. Ware over to Rudolph, and that's good for 3.
What a great play by Jimmy Ware. Had a good shot. Defense contested, just made a great no-look pass. Found the hot man, and Rudolph knocks down his 3rd 3 here in the second half.
Boy, it's just been so apparent how much easier everything is when you're looking for your teammates and willing to share the ball. Here's Ola Joseph inside for 2.
I'd like to see Ola Joseph with that length is posting up a little bit more. If they can get him that ball, he can make a quick move before a double were to come. He's got such good length and touch around the basket. Get him some easy baskets.
Cook back out, Jimmy Ware. Ola Joseph jabbed it away, but it'll stay with Park Center. Another look at this 3 and a great extra pass, as Ryan said.
Just a great play, a drive and kick, and then an extra pass, and that's great teamwork, great offense.
18 in the game now for Rudolph. He's made 4 3-pointers, and now I feel vindicated for saying that, his foul trouble in the first meeting kind of hurt them. He's really been a spark plug for them tonight, and not just shooting the ball. He's a good all-around guy.
Rebounds, took a couple of charges. I mean, he's been everywhere. Good defender too. I mean, Park Center came to play, and to your point, it's hard to beat a team twice back to back. Oh, they missed Parker right underneath the rim, wide open.
Yeah, Barhega looked like he was switching out to the corner, and they really left Parker for a moment. But you're up 18. I mean, yeah, you would have liked to have gotten it to him, but it's not the end of the world. You keep this possession going, use some more clock too. And timeout Park Center, as I think Coach Ware kind of sensing everybody wasn't quite on the same page there, and let's get over and talk about it.
Yeah, you have that intuition as a coach when you see 4 guys standing, no one moving, and over dribbling that we're probably not going to get a good shot or a good possession. Let's call a timeout. Now you get something set up. You know, you're up 18. Can you get a big play or go up 20?
Yeah, boys hockey action coming up over from New Hope Arena on Saturday night, and then girls basketball, Armstrong Champlin Park next Tuesday, followed by our first gymnastics meet of the year with Wayzata and Hopkins, and then Rogers Park Center in girls basketball coming up next Friday the 5th, as we're already into the February part of the schedule here.
So Jay, I'm ready to take the jump into doing the color commentary for gymnastics. Am I going to ever get the call?
Well, Deb Rasmussen's been quite a fixture at that spot for a very long time. But if she goes down,
I might not look limber, but I can do some of those. I deserve an opportunity, I think.
Birthday will inbound here for the Pirates, and Carrington receiving. Kept the dribble alive, attacks, no good. And Dukowitz the rebound. Coach Ware asking where's the foul. Ola Joseph.
Look at all the white jerseys around him too, just not a lot of space.
Short on the glass, goes up again and scores it. You're right, he's really had to work for everything.
Well, and I love that he stayed with it, right? And he kind of got rid of that last one before the defense could even collapse on him, but he's working hard. He's got 15 points, and that's a credit to him because it has not been easy.
Here's Parker looking to go at Barhaga. A little fade away, yes, and a foul. Big James Parker finishing strong there for Park Center.
Well, the key is, I think, with him, you got to take his left away. He's left-hand dominant. Watch it. If he can get to that left over his right shoulder, there's really not much you can do. He uses that body to create that space. And if you are going to foul him, you got to make sure he can't get that shot off too. But he's got good footwork. He's got a really quick first step too for a guy his size.
And the free throw perfect as well. 7 points now for James Parker. And it's a 19-point Park Center lead as they look well on their way to paying back Osseo for the loss last week. And I think we must have like a blood situation, or yeah, it looks like Carrington's got a little scrape or cut on his hand.
Here's a look at the North Suburban Conference West standings. It's almost surreal to be at the end of January and see how many few games have been played at this point. But Spring Lake Park, the only undefeated team that only played, one conference game so far. Totino Grace having a good year. Osseo with a good record as well. A good balance in that Northwest Suburban Conference West side.
Yeah, and I learned tonight that they're doing things different this year. They're not really playing it in a North and West divisions, and that's what the basketball hub has on. But the coaches are telling me that tonight, or this year, I should say, with the COVID, that we said that each, only the first game counts. And I'm not going to go on the soapbox here, but I've told many ADs in the Northwest Suburban, when you do that stuff, the public has no idea. When you shift from year to year, sport to sport, you're going to get confusion. So that's how the basketball hub has it, and that's how we put it, because we don't have ESP to know those things.
So how is they're not going to count this for the conference standings, but it will count in their overall record, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
The question is for seeding at the end of the year.
Oh, it would still count same. Yeah. Any regular season game. Yeah, and they're both in Section 5, 4A, of course, and Champlain Park and Spring Lake Park also pretty good clubs. Champlain Park now, in fact, #1 in the state this week. Jumper put up there, no good by Trey Smith, the sophomore who's checked in for Osseo.
So we'll in the area that we covered, Jay, we'll have had 3 teams already in the #1 ranking.
Yeah.
Hopkins, Wayzata, and then...
and they're 1, 2, 3 this week. Champlain Park and Wayzata and Hopkins.
Oh, great save. Good hustle.
Carrington steals it back, though. Cook looking for Ware, and then instead finds Birthday for the layup. So the Pirates can do no wrong in this second half, 60-39, putting it on Osseo.
Well, great job by Jalen Cook being patient that time. He didn't force a pass. The problem, the defense started all covering, the perimeter there, and you left someone wide open.
Waits a contested 3 there. Where the rebound knocked away from him. It will be Osseo ball as Barhaga kept on hustling. And we've kind of been finding. Oh, it actually looks like it's going to be Park Center ball. We found out tonight that just because you get bumped around a little bit, don't expect a foul. There's been kind of a let them play kind of night.
And you know what? I love it. I mean, they've called it when it's been, obvious calls, but they've let them play, and I think the players have adjusted well to it, and it allows a flow to develop a little bit too. We've been involved in some games where it's, that whistle's being blown every 20 seconds.
Parker kind of threw that one in the middle of everyone, and Dukowitz will get the steal.
Let's see if Osseo can get a couple of big baskets here, get something going offensively.
Dukowitz pops a 3.
Good inside out that time. Bless got that ball down low, did a nice job collapsing the defense. Dukowitz ready to knock it down, and he does.
Carrington picks up the dribble out high, now finding Cook. Parker thought about it. I thought he might let that one go. And almost tied up. Keeps the dribble alive and scores plus the foul. Oh, Park Center fans are loving that one.
What a range of emotions on that one possession. You thought, oh, okay. And then it looked like he was going to get it stolen. And then it looked maybe 5 seconds. And then watch him after this. Almost getting it taken away. Almost like that made him a little angry. Oh, the heck with this. I'm going to the hoop. Takes the contact and finishes. Again, so good when he goes to that left side. Obviously great strength, but he's got that agility too for his size.
20-point lead for Park Center. That time not able to hit the free throw, but still a pretty sweet play there for James Parker and the Pirates. Ola Joseph. Back out top to Waits. Keeps his dribble alive and hits the floater.
Well, that was his first bucket of the second half. He was so aggressive and vital offensively for the Orioles in the first half, and not quite as aggressive there, but that was a great, strong move. Nice finish, too.
Parker across to Carrington. Cook down the lane, gives it up to Parker. And the jumper is good.
And again, Jalen Cook, their leading scorer, had a shot, right, from about 5 feet. It would have been a tough contested shot, but gave it up, and Parker showing the range with that nice touch from about 15 feet. He's in double figures.
Ferguson down low. Ola Joseph to the reverse, no good. He gets it back. And he'll go up again and draws a foul.
I love it. He's so good down low and with that length. Missed the first one, but stayed with it, and he's a player. I know he's not going to have 30 points tonight, and it wasn't 5 for 5 from 3, but you almost respect more what he did tonight, because you could tell they were committed to not letting him have a big game, and he's got 15. He's still going to end up with some good numbers, and he's had to earn every point tonight.
Free throw good for Ola Joseph.
He's a talented player.
And second one's also good. So an 18-point game here. Under 2 minutes to play. Here comes Dawson Rudolph to the front court. And now Cook. Park Center wants to spread things out, run a motion offense. If they get something good, they'll take it. And speaking of something good, Parker from Carrington.
Well, nice finish, too. There's a throw ahead for Dukowitz. But Carrington, again, I don't know what his final number is going to be, but he's had a number of assists tonight.
Throwing this one long ahead to Cook, and now Rudolph wisely passes that one up.
A lot of people, the way he's been shooting it, would have taken that, but even very smart play. Recognizing that they don't need it, take some more time off the clock. Smart play.
The double comes. Carrington gets rid of it to Parker. Knocked away, but a foul. I think on Ola Joseph there as he tried to sneak in from the weak side there and strip that one out of there. And so big James Parker will go to the free throw line. And Parker, I got to believe, is looking to play some college football. And this wouldn't be a bad thing to have as part of your reel, showing how you move around footwork-wise out here on the basketball court. Coaches like to see that kind of thing, too.
Yeah, if they can see your hands and your feet moving like this in basketball, they know you can do it in football.
Oh, a lob, and Torbor, boy, he's got some spring, and you know, he had a little bit of fouls and hasn't played a ton, but he's going to be a player to watch also.
And he sparked him on that run. He had a couple of buckets and a couple of nice passes too when they went on that run.
Here's Waits with a floater. Torbor soaring for the rebound. Under a minute to go here. Park Center is going to get a little revenge, as we said, from the loss to Osseo last week. Pirates going to pick up their 4th win. Carrington driving it and got it to roll in. He kind of got tripped a little bit there, but he just kept going.
Well, just to stay on his feet and have the wherewithal to get it up on the rim and finish. Put him in double figures, too. He's had a nice all-around game. 11 points, a number of rebounds, number of assists, too, handling the ball.
There's Waits rattling home a 2. But it's going to be too little, too late here for Osseo, as Park Center had a 2-point lead at halftime, and they blow it open in the second half and roll to a 70-48 win. And the Pirates are, I'm sure, kind of thinking like, this is a little more like it. We got started too late last week, but we came back strong, and boy, they got a lot of contributions from a lot of guys that were impressive here tonight too.
Yeah, a number of players in double figures. They played inside, they played outside. Rudolph hitting some threes, I think, was big. Cook scoring like he always does from a variety of different ways. Carrington running the show, making some great decisions. And then the big fella, Parker, I thought really had a nice game down low as well.
Yeah, and you know, those kind of wins, I think, feel better for the team as a whole when you get a lot of different guys contributing.
Instead of one guy having 40. Yep, I agree with you. Because you go to practice the following day and the following week, and you feel a part of it, and you feel important. And, you know, and even guys off the bench, too, had some big games.
Yeah, Kaba and Torbor really came in and did some great things for them. I think it also kind of shows for the guys that, like we talked about with Carrington and, you know, with Ware and with Rudolph, guys who kind of waited their turn in the program. Some kids would have gotten frustrated and said, I'm going to go play somewhere else where I can get some minutes a little bit earlier in my career. But they're kind of showing that if you stick with it, eventually you probably get your chance.
Well, we're in a what have you done for me lately society, right? And kids don't have patience. Kids want an opportunity. And hats off to these seniors, because they were playing behind some wonderful, you know, high school players that were seniors last year, but they're making the most of it this year, and they certainly were on full display tonight.
Pirates, as we said, going now to 4-1. Osseo will drop below 500, back at 2-3 now. You know, a solid, again, as it sounds like has been the case in some of their games, they have play a solid first half or solid, you know, first maybe 25 minutes, and then have just kind of had a little trouble and faltered a little bit. And that's something that they're obviously going to be looking at, trying to correct in their practice sessions.
I think for them the key is generating half-court offense, right? They obviously got a great scorer in Ola Joseph, but can you get Ferguson going? Can you get Waits going more? Who else can be that second, third scorer for them going forward? Because 48 points isn't gonna win a lot of basketball games.
And Park Center really upped the defensive pressure in the second half too, and we're really getting after things, blocking shots and steals, but even just containing shooters, doing a very good job of that. Let's go over now to Allie. She's with one of 4 double-figure scores tonight for the Pirates. Dawson Rudolph.
Yeah, I've got Dawson Rudolph here. Dawson, the only loss you guys had on your record was to the team you played here tonight. And it happened, you know, just last week. But now you come in and you beat them on their home court. What was kind of the difference between the two matches?
I think just this week came in with a lot more energy. Last week we came off with a little shaky start, and we came off a big win this Monday with Maple Grove. Kind of gave us the momentum to come in here and get what we needed done, and we were able to do that today, and it was a really good win.
The first half was really tight all the way through. Then you guys come out in the second half, and it was really a whole nother game. What changed? What was different for you guys?
I think just at halftime, Coach Ware telling us the things we need to do, getting on the boards, executing our actions, and basically taking away their key guys is really what brought us in there. We also had a lot of big contributions from a lot of guys that they may not get the most minutes, but they're coming in there, they're going 4 for 4, and they're doing what they need. We're getting offensive rebounds, getting those easy buckets.
Dawson, last week you scored 3 points against Osseo. Tonight, 18. What was the difference maker for you?
Last week I had 3 fouls in the first half. It wasn't the best game for me, but I think today I came in with a better mindset, and I came in just being more patient, letting the game come to me. And yeah, we were just able to flow with my teammates. My teammates were able to get me open, get me to the places I need to be, and I was just able to come in and do my role, and that's all I could ever ask for.
You guys are 5 games into the season now, 4-1. What have you learned about your team this early on that you're hoping to carry through the rest of this one?
We've just learned a lot about our chemistry. We're just a group of guys who've been together for a long, long time, and I think that's one of our biggest advantages as a team is just we've been playing for years, since 5th and 6th grade we've been playing together. It's just great chemistry. We're all friends on and off the court. We're able to hang out, and that just really shows on the court how well we can play together.
You had a great performance tonight. Congrats.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Allie, and thanks, Dawson and Ryan. They look like a team that's going to win a lot of games tonight based on how they played. If
they play defense like that and are focused like that, they got great length, they got size, they got speed and quickness, they got the whole package there. But the intensity on the defensive end is what won them that game tonight.
So it is Park Center over Osseo, 70-48 here tonight. Hope you've enjoyed this one. For Ryan Iverson, Allie Mosley, and all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Good night here from Osseo High School.